What is going on Twitch chat and also the Discord stage channel? Welcome to your Strats Weekly for the week of 23 April 2022. As always, I'm your host, Auth. Thanks for being with us here this evening. Hope everybody is having a good weekend, had a good week. Peeps, how y'all doing?
Well, hi.
Wonderful.
Well, hi. Bradham's back. He's feeling better. He was feeling very under the weather last week, but he's back for now. And then he's going to leave us again for like a whole month. Rude.
Yeah, I might show up to a weekly or two, but I just don't want to spend, an hour doing graphics and tracking stuff each week.
You don't want to spend an hour of your week each week
every Saturday
making graphics
evening?
when you could be out, exploring a new country.
Exactly.
Oh, that's interesting.
Surprisingly.
That's an interesting decision that you've come to.
Is that something that he does? You travel every Saturday to a different country? Damn, that must be expensive.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be in Oaxaca for basically a whole month.
Yeah, excuse me, Oaxaca.
Oaxaca?
Waxahachie?
I believe it's called Nevada.
I believe it's called Nevada.
Yeah,
Just somewhere in Mexico. Just say Mexico, because that's all you need to know. Outside of the U.S. is Mexico.
Yes.
well, at least if you go south. If you go north, it's Canada.
Got him.
Got him. Well,
I have been asked by people what part of Mexico Colombia is in, and I just tell them that it's just south. Just keep going south.
What part of Mexico, Colombia?
Look, I didn't do well in geography, but I'm better than that.
Yeah.
Precious says, "Oh, north is actually just America's hat." Precious, what up, Truth? See you out there also.
And that makes Mexico America's redacted.
No,
That's a good metaphor too, because Canada covers some of our shame, so that's a good.
I'm sorry, yeah, that is Florida.
That is so Spanish. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Welcome to
know what
Strats
that makes
Weekly.
Mexico. I don't want to think about it anymore.
Settle down. Everybody's so excited. Talkative bunch this week. Welcome to Strats Weekly. We talk about all things going on in Strats. Sponsored by Bawls, fueled by Bawls. For those who don't know, Bawls is an energy drink, super tasty. Try it, really good. Link in the description if you're on the YouTube. If not, bang BAWLS Bawls in the Discord will get you the link.
Balls?
Mm-hmm. They do have, I think it's Bawls Zero.
Yeah, it is. It's the white can, and it's amazing because I had the best Wednesday. So I was digging in the back of my drinks fridge, and I found that stray Bawls Zero.
Oh, that you had left in there still?
Yeah, from the case.
Where's the instructions to find balls?
Just exclamation point Bawls anywhere in the Discord server ought to pop up the stuff. Get you a link straight to Amazon. I think that's about the only place you can really order it from. I guess you could order it from their website also. But if you order it from Amazon with the Stratsco affiliate link, you help support the ongoing efforts. So, exclamation point Bawls. Oh yeah. Oh, what's going on over here? Oh yeah.
I think I spelled it wrong.
BAWLS.
I spelled it the other way.
Maybe you know what, Vecino? Maybe we should make the bot recognize both, just in case.
That would be hilarious.
I mean, I feel like it's not a terrible idea. Oh man. So lots of game stuff to talk about. Oh wait. Lots of game stuff to talk about. Probably should jump into that before we let the evening drag on too long. First thing we gotta talk about, ESO. For those who don't know, we play a fair bit of ESO around these parts. ESO is a buy-to-play MMO. You pay for it, and then you can play it as much as you like after that. There is a premium subscription if you choose to pay it that has some extra perks and benefits, but it is definitely not required. Beauty of ESO is you can do all sorts of different things with it. There's a lot of character customization in terms of not just cosmetics, which like the cosmetic game in ESO is pretty incredible, especially the housing stuff, but in terms of just how you play the game, how you choose to spec your character, there's a lot of freedom to do what you would like. You can play it in first person, like some of the gameplay stuff that they're showing right now. The overwhelming majority of people play it in the third person instead. It's set in the Elder Scrolls universe. For more details on exactly when it's set, reference last week's episode where Taco broke it down for us, so we understood how the everything had moved. But yeah, we play a fair bit of ESO. There are currently 620 people in the Discord server with the role, including a couple of new joins we just had come in this week. If you are looking for some info on how to join us, we are playing on PCNA, the mega server. You head to the TESO info channel, has all the details, rules for the guild in multiple languages, I might add. And then some discussions about how to do a crafting request, because we do have some guild crafting services that we offer, as well as some guidance for the trials runs that happen. And then you can just ask in the Skumadin for an invite, and somebody will get you invited, whether it's Dyes or Tubeway, or we just promoted a new lead. Who was it? Hell's Pits.
Yeah. I think he's still looking for officers too, if anyone's interested.
Dyes is never not looking for officers. If
That's
you're interested in being an officer in an ESO guild, Dyes would love to talk to you.
Takes a lot of willpower to herd those cats.
It does.
Those Khajiit.
Yeah, and
Well,
there's
it is 600 people. That's a lot of people.
yeah. There's only 400-ish in the in-game guild right now. So slightly less than 600, but yes, it is definitely can feel like herding cat. We do a number of things. They have multiple events that happen on the regular. Currently what we got 3 in there currently scheduled at the moment. We also have a guild raffle that we bid on a trader every week. We get it most weeks, I would say. The way that happens, people donate gold to the guild. We keep track every 500 gold increment. We keep track of, and that is a raffle ticket for the week. We then draw the winner. Yes, Valor Knight. It is Bethesda, publisher for ESO. We draw the winner, 3 winners, and half of the money that was donated during the week goes to the raffle winners, divided up into first, second, and third place, and the rest of the money is used to bid on the trader each week.
But Auth, what's a trader?
It's for trading.
It's trading.
It's a very profitable thing for the guild to have. I don't know all the perks that come with having a trader. I just know that everybody wants them.
It is a weird system.
Every time you say trader, I hear traitor.
Same.
The guild has a trader.
Yeah, that we have to pay for. We have to pay for it.
Yeah, it's me.
Nobody knows why you need one, but it gets people going.
Look, stealing from the guild.
Is Taco in the guild? Yes.
Stealing from the guild bank is not a victimless crime. We've been over this. We've been going over this since ESO's launch. Damn it.
From ESO.
Ironically, the ESO guild started with a trader.
It's true.
Traitor. Yeah.
The one mad lad who was what was the title he got? I forget. What was the thing? He was like first.
Oh yes,
Emperor.
Yeah.
The Emperor.
Yeah.
And that's just, I mean, if there's not further evidence that you have to lie, cheat, and steal to get ahead, then I don't know. I don't know what else to offer.
Just like in history, right? The Emperor.
Hashtag eat the rich, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah, fun story for those who don't know. Many moons ago, when Strats broke off from the OG Reddit guild, somebody who is no longer with us and hasn't been with us for many years now, definitely raided the Reddit guild bank on the way out the door.
Was it GX?
No, it was
Draco's Mamium.
Yeah, Draco's
I
Mamium.
don't say his name. It's like Voldemort.
Inside any guild is a old time tradition held back since the beginning of D&D, only done by those who truly are scummy of the earth.
Exactly.
Yeah, Valor Knight. Just for your knowledge, the storyline for ESO takes place after the events of Morrowind, started after the events of Morrowind, before the events of Oblivion. But at this point, they have gone through Like, and like the timeline has advanced now. We are after Oblivion in terms of ESO's storyline.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm. Apparently.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I thought we were still like in the old timey days.
I mean,
No, it's
ESO is
still,
set in old timey days. They're all fantasy games.
Yeah, no.
I know, but before like pre-Oblivion, I thought everything happened because it was like 300 years before Oblivion, right?
I mean, the game's been
Dude,
out
I
for a
don't
while.
know.
I don't know.
Yeah, last year the season-long title was Gates of Oblivion.
I mean, the thing
It doesn't
about
mean that it actually happened.
fantasy
Yeah.
is you
But
can
we went
stretch
through
out any time period as long as you want. No one knows.
Yeah.
Not like, wait a minute, hasn't it been a year? I was counting the days. It's like, no. It could be 500 years. Who knows?
Who knows? I don't know. That's for sure. But yeah, we play a whole bunch of ESO. There are regularly folks playing. We have people, despite being on PCNA, we have people playing from EU as well as the OCE, SCA time zones like Australians. So if you are looking for some folks to join up with in ESO, by all means, grab the role TESO from the Rules and Rolls channel. Head on down, take a quick look at the TESO info channel, and then hit up the Skooma Den. Anybody who's been in the guild for at least a few days should have invite permissions. Quite a few people, you don't even necessarily have to wait until an officer catches you online.
Yeah, we had a couple of people ask the other day, but it's really easy in ESO because they have good guild management settings.
Unlike some of the other games we're playing.
Yeah.
Lost Ark. Ugh.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, you leave Amazon alone, all right? They're a small indie dev.
It's true. It's true. So yeah, like I said, join us if you're looking for a guild. You can be in 5 guilds. So if you've only got 4 guilds, come.
That's
be
true
your
too. Kind of nice.
your
People
fifth.
do like a trader guild, then they do like a social guild,
And then a trader guild, not just a trader.
and then a
guild.
trade-tour guild where they're all just stealing from the guild bank over and over.
Bunch of sussy bakas.
It'll be kind of awesome, dude. If it was just like a guild where the last person survives.
That's
Yeah, it's
Battle
like musical
Royale
chairs,
Guild.
fantasy Among Us.
right?
I want to play more Among Us.
Among Us VR coming out soon. Just
Are you
so know.
serious?
Yep, it was
Yep.
announced a couple weeks ago.
Is there any kind
That
of
sounds
video
kinda
gameplay
great.
of it?
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
I think so.
already been like, I'm pretty sure people have already done like mods of some sort for. I
Yeah, it's
know
kinda
I've seen
fun.
some other settings where they're basically
I-
playing Among Us, but not.
You're like standing
I
next to
remember
someone and you
seeing
slash
some-
them in the
I
back.
remember seeing some kind of like, it obviously wasn't like the Among Us developers. It was some like look like VR, look like
It might like be like a VR
Inspired.
chat mod or something.
Yeah, I don't know what you call that genre. Suspect.
Sussy bakas.
friendship ruiner.
Yeah.
Old
Deductive reasoning game.
Werewolf? Isn't that what it was called?
Yeah,
Or
what was the?
Mafia?
Yeah, I mean, what was the very first, like the first like board game, party game type thing? Where that was the setting. I mean, it was
Clue. Is that-
no,
Yeah,
because like that wasn't like.
What's
there
the
weren't-
one where you had the people's faces that you flipped down?
Guess who?
I guess
Yeah, maybe that one.
No. I mean, like there's some party like board games.
No,
that
I
are
mean
designed
Clue.
for
You had to
people.
figure out who the murderer was.
Yeah, but
which
there
is
wasn't
kinda-
like a direct threat to you being like eliminated from the game, like there is in like some of the games.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Like it's a different. I can't remember. No, Werewolf was one of
I
them.
mean, there's an Among Us board game now too, so they're
Of course, there's Among Us.
they're everywhere.
There's
Among Us, but
there's a
Minecraft.
really fun card game based on the Rick and Morty like
Ugh.
the parasites, the ones that like
Rick and Morty.
Oh,
memory parasites.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know which parasites you're talking about. I can't remember what they're called, but
The Mr. Poopy Butthole episode. The first
that was a
one.
great episode. A good episode.
Ugh.
Kill me because you only
Taco
had
is
good memories
disgusted
about
with
me.
us.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Taco there.
Never
don't like
watched
Rick and
that
Morty?
Shit. Hell no.
It's such a good.
I mean, it's a good show on its own. I mean, it's like anime. You kind of have to distance yourself from some of the super fans because the community can be a bit intense and off-putting. But that doesn't mean but the content isn't good. No, it isn't.
Fandom.
Isn't
Just say it, the community of Rick and Morty, the fandom is toxic. It's just toxic in general.
Just putting it lightly.
It's not. I mean, the Szechuan
Yeah, exactly.
situation in particular really kind of encapsulated it, I think.
Not only that, but like there have been some episodes that are below par, and like they get super nasty with the writers and developers of the show because they don't like some episodes. Like, yeah, there's gonna be some golden ones, there's gonna be some turds, but they take the turds ones like as a personal attack on them. It's like, bro, settle down.
I mean, that's also the same people who think you have to be super smart to watch and enjoy Rick and Morty are the same kind of people who think you have to be super smart to watch and understand Big Bang Theory. Like, no, that's not the case at all. It's not that high level by any stretch.
Oh man, I think that if
I would disagree with that statement. I think the people that like Rick and Morty think that you're dumb for liking the Big Bang Theory because
Yeah,
you
No,
think
I'm not saying they're the same. That there's like crossovers. I'm saying it's the same sort of mentality. Like there's people who used to think that like Big Bang Theory was like super elevated, like educational humor. You had to be smart to understand it.
I mean,
Honestly,
the gatekeepers that will attack you if you didn't understand every single reference they made in the show.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard someone say that you had to be intelligent to enjoy Big Bang Theory. I would think the
Yeah, I
opposite.
think he's trying to say that because they use like engineering and scientific terms that are like deep cuts from the scientific community. That if you understand it, but the jokes are slapstick. Like it has nothing to do with the actual science itself. It
Yeah,
just they
it's
use
random. It's like Family Guy.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's not like reading XKCD where I have to actually sometimes go to the XKCD wiki and to like get an explanation of the theorem that they're talking about because I suck at math and I'm like, okay, I don't get this one. I have to go look it up now.
It's Big Bang Theory is like a bunch of random words put together and then a laugh track that tells you that you were supposed to laugh at it.
Yeah, you can literally replace every single like scientific terminology they use in the show with like a dog name, and it will still like make sense. Like it has nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
Makes
Precious.
sense to the
And
extent
Precious.
that it made sense at all.
Precious said that not most smart people have always thought that Big Bang Theory was dumb, and like that's true. It's the people who aren't super smart but think they're super smart that think that it's very intelligent humor, and you have to be smart to understand it.
I love that Dunning-Kruger effect stuff.
It's also because I can't think of her name. Mayim something.
Mayim Bilyaklik.
Yeah, she's like, she went on after she was in Blossom. She like became a PhD in physics, I believe.
She's a neurosurgeon, yeah.
Physics surgeon?
And
I thought it was physics, but
no,
it could
she's
be
like
neuroscience.
she's in neuro. She's not like a neurosurgeon. Like she doesn't operate on the brain, but she studies the brain. Like she's a neuroscientist. Neuroscientist.
Surgery.
Yeah.
But yeah, something like that. But I think that's part of it. She's like has gone on tour and talked to like science educators and stuff.
But the thing is that most writers weren't really educated. Like no, it's not like Futurama, where Futurama they had actually like the lowest tier person in Futurama writing room had a master's degree. That was like the lowest. They had like I think 4 PhDs in total in Futurama's writing room.
I mean, writers are smart in general, usually.
Not CSI writers.
Wow, I don't know.
That actually used one Futurama episode to prove a mathematical theorem for like a PhD dissertation.
That was the Globetrotter one, right? Had Globetrotters on it? Or was that the one about like body swapping?
Nobody's certain, but I'm certain this tangent's over.
I know that CSI.
Well, tangent's over. Tangent's over, Vecino. Tangent's over.
Yeah,
you gotta
there
keep
was
moving.
too long of a
You're
pause.
changing it over?
You gotta
go.
jump in on
We
that.
gotta talk about other games. We gotta talk about other games. We
Yeah,
have
but
games
I
to
just
talk
wanted
about.
to say that
This is for the
being
after
a
party.
CSI writer is a good gig, though.
This is the after party
Think
conversation.
of a syndication. I mean, you get a check every month, probably forever.
CSI is a great gig. You don't even have to have a pulse to write for it.
I'm just saying, like, I'd want it. I want that gig.
Next
All
thing
right, go ahead,
we gotta
go
talk
ahead.
about EVE Online. Those who don't know, EVE Online, massive multiplayer game set in space in the future.
In space.
It's in space. You play a capsuleer, which means you're basically immortal through a cloning process, and you ride around
To
in a
me, it's the
capsule.
future.
and you neurologically link to your ship. I'm not neurologically linked to my car.
It's like playing
To me,
MMOs.
it's the
First thing you
future.
figure out in the lore, like, how am I immortal? Let's figure how are we solving it in this game?
I looked it up. It's because you're a clone.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
cloning
just saying, like,
process.
every game has something.
Yeah, it's true.
How is
Wait, that game has a
World of
lore?
Warcraft clones?
Surprising
No,
amount
it's like
of
the
lore.
spirit, the wisp,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Eve
the Valkyrie like do something. I don't know.
is
So,
a
like-
free-to-play MMO set in space
It's like
with an
stop
incredible
tanning.
scale. We are already half through the show almost. We got games to talk about.
I just
but we've
want
had
to
it-
know
we've had a
if
good
every
discussion.
if every time your character dies, like after the first time, it's always a zombie
I don't know.
in World of Warcraft.
I guess technically.
Mm,
I don't know. Ask Mr. Lore,
I don't know. We should discuss that in the after
the
party
lore master.
after the show.
Okay.
Always tell us to leave so quick.
Dang. I don't tell anybody to leave quickly. Well, I tell you
Say
to get out of
you
the
can't
stage
stay
channel,
here.
and I say the
So,
after party is happening
yeah.
in the tavern.
I can talk about Eve. We did have a hold on. We did have a what do you call it? A fundraiser for ISK, where we did PvE. Like, we went out in our wormhole and shot things to make ISK, and I think we raised like over 9 billion ISK, which is pretty awesome.
Damn.
Goodness. Mr. Krabs.
How much is that in real
happy.
money?
How much is that in real money? That's a good question.
It's like
How much is a Plex right now?
it's up now because they increased the. They did what every other MMO hasn't done, and increased the subscription
Right,
cost.
Let's see. Eve,
Well,
We'll start pushing
in
games
Eve's
don't get
defense,
going.
there, it has been around for quite a while.
Dude,
Yeah, just a
even
bit.
one of the
Yeah.
one of the CSM members was like, "You increased the price, but haven't had new content in a while." I was like, "Damn."
What? No,
It
they
was
had
Brisk.
they had
It
the
was Brisk
crossover.
Verbal,
They had the
who's
crossover
into-
event like with Doctor Who, like in December,
Taco.
wasn't it,
Not
or
content.
January?
Yeah, but you can't land on planets, man.
Yeah,
Taco.
planets.
It's player generated content, okay? So there's always new content.
Says the
So
outbound
why
player.
isn't the
Hey, I didn't say it.
sub cost going to players?
One of the leaders in that game in the community said it. I didn't say it.
But you did say it again. He did it.
I hate.
You know what
Everything
the,
I had was destroyed, and nobody told me.
Do you know what the leaders of the New World community said?
what?
I mean,
Congratulations.
I know what one of them said. Said a whole lot of stuff before he got banned.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Eve Online, massive multiplayer, full loop PvP, free to play if you choose, or you can pay a subscription fee if you like. We have not only a corporation, which is what Eve calls a guild, but we also are in an alliance with the Helix Initiative and the Void Hounds. We have several events happening in the next some number of days that I'm not allowed to talk about with any specificity. We do live in wormhole space. We do control and own a wormhole, but that's not the only stuff we do. Like Vecino was just saying, we do PvE and PvP. We also operate in high sec, low sec, null sec, and wormhole space. If any of that sounds interesting to you at all, you've never played before, if you're a returning player or you're somebody who has been playing for well over a decade and never stopped, you're looking for something new to do, hit us up.
There's a change coming up
Mm.
where I believe they're compressing the amount of time it takes for you to get through shields on structures. So we have like 3 or 4 structures in our wormhole, and so like the cost for us to defend, the risk is elevated because of this game change.
But that also makes bashing easier and evictions.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it goes both ways, but
Void Home 2.0, let's
it's a
go.
little scarier.
No, we gotta get no,
Void
it's
Home
Void
is.
Home 2.0.
Why Void Home 2.0? Void Home is dead.
That's why
It's
we
true.
needed 2.0.
I mean, it is. We've got it.
Oh, I thought you were saying that current home is Void Home 2.0. That's bad juju, man.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying we need to go establish Void Home 2.0.
Oh yeah, we can only establish Void Home 2.0 if Taco starts playing again, so we can lose it for him.
Not until he moves in. We got to build that sense of trust up with him again.
Oh yeah, of course. That goes without saying, I thought.
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff in Eve, though. As you can see, this channel is almost never empty, the voice channel. We have over 320 people with the role in Discord. Orthos is the head dog down there. He is definitely like your number one point of contact, especially if you are a corporation who is potentially interested in joining up with a wormhole alliance. However, you can also talk with Vecino. Mazix could talk to you, Wex as well, if none of those guys are around. All good points of contact. The details you need to join us in New Eden are available in the Eve info channel, as well as how to authenticate through our 21-step website for Discord permissions and such. And then just ask an Internet Spaceships to speak with a recruiter, and one will get with you. There's also ways to get in contact with us in-game, if that is your preference. I know we have a recruiting channel. I don't know what the recruiting channel's name is offhand, though. I'm sure it's something like 21-step recruitment or that effect. Vendors recruitment. But I'm not 100% positive. Yep. Eve Online. Lots going on. Lots of stuff happening. Lots of good people. Lots of dedicated people playing crazy hours. In particular, Orthos et al., we are, especially with these upcoming changes, definitely hoping to catch some additional warm bodies playing in the OCE, SEA time zones, Australia time zones, things of that nature. If you are a player or a corporation who operates predominantly in that time zone, we have some players, but we'd like to continue to shore up that time zone's defense. So by all means, if that is you, please reach out. Orthos would love to talk to you about that. And I think that's about it for Eve. It for Eve right now. Lots of cool stuff happening down there. And the last game we got to talk about this evening is Lost Ark. You don't know.
Second to last game.
Second to last game. I don't know about this last game then.
That's right. Check rules and roles.
Oh no! Is there new rules and roles? Goodness. Okay, I'll follow up.
As long as it's not pre-con.
For those who don't know, oh no, we already. No. It's gonna be Diablo 3.
Oh, RuneScape? Are we talking about RuneScape finally?
Oh no. Lost Ark is a free-to-play MMO, top-down. It's been out for a couple of years in Korea, where it launched. It is also available in Russia, JP, and now finally in NAEU as of about mid-February. It looks a lot like an ARPG, and some people say it plays a lot like an ARPG because of it being mouse movement and top-down camera angle, but I assure you, it is definitely a full-blown MMO with all the systems you would expect, like housing, rapport, crafting, lots of raiding, stuff of that nature. The completionist's dream, to be honest. There's so much horizontal content in addition to the ever-growing library of vertical content that we have access to.
And you can farm peaches.
And you can farm peaches. If you need to know how to farm peaches, or flower dew, by all means, reach out. I got the lowdown. I'm close. I'm gonna have that mount sooner than later.
I already got my gold one.
That's just lazy. And also, that's just a pea cloud.
It looks so good.
Looks like it's full of pea. Looks like it's full of
No, it
pea.
looks like a cloud
Full of pea.
and sunset.
Looks like a cloud full of pea.
It's not, though.
But it looks like it.
The thing is, though, it's not.
But who's to say it is or isn't? You're standing on it all day? I mean... Are you taking bathroom breaks?
I agree with All's point.
I kind of want a pea cloud.
I mean, yours for the low cost of however much the Glavier's full set thingy is in the cash shop. Because we just got Glavier this week, along with the Fate and Power Pass and
Lensmaster.
it's Glavier though. But yeah, I mean, like, it's the stabby
I call it the swoop stick with a knife.
Oh, the swoop stick with a knife. Yeah. Back alongside with all that content drop, though, have been the bots, I guess, or at least the queues. Goodness, I had a 12k queue this morning when I got on. Brutal. Is not what I wanted to wake up to. I don't know if that, like, everybody in OCE SEA was still playing when I tried to log in, or if the claims that it has been about 30 days since the implementation of you have to have an account that's made a purchase in the last 30 days or whatever.
Doesn't feel like it, because I went to a low level zone and oh my god, dude, the bots was insane.
Yeah, I think the bots are back. I think it's that 30-day window. They did something where, like, if it hasn't been 30 days since your first purchase on a Steam account, then you weren't like a trusted Steam account or something like that. I think it's been about 30 days since they made that change, and so all the bot accounts are back.
You think there's a billion new Steam accounts just waiting to be turned into bots?
I wouldn't be surprised if there's just been like a rolling set of new accounts. Like you got to figure they're rolling up new accounts. One, so that they can continue to increase their profit margins, or two, to backfill the ones that hopefully are getting banned as time goes on because people report them or they get caught being very suspiciously online and actively playing for days at a time, with no break whatsoever. So hopefully they're getting thinned out, but
I don't know, that's not that suspicious when it comes to gamer nerds.
I mean, these are not good bots. These are really lazily done bots. Like, they're following exact paths. And
the names are literally random letters. Like, none of the names make any sense.
That's not true. I found a whole group that there's actually names of multiple. There's two names put together, but the whole group of bots were doing that, and they were farming for hours.
See, I saw some stuff like that on Shangra not that long ago, but what I saw was clearly a multi-boxer. Like, I don't think he was a true, like, bot account.
Bots are super stupid the way they move around the world. Also, they teleport because the computer gives them more, like, it's just super obvious that they're bots.
Yeah.
Well, these are bots because I know where it is. I've found bots many times. They move in a triangle pattern, and every corner that they hit on the triangle, they cast skills, and they move to the next corner and cast skills, move to the next corner and cast skills.
Yeah. I would love a more permanent and lasting and effective solution against the bots. Honestly, pretty miserable.
It destroyed the economy. The economy now is whatever the bots can sell, that's what you buy. If you try to make money on the auction house, unless you're selling like tier 3 mats, you're not selling anything. You can't sell any like mats. Like all collectibles sell for 1 gold piece now.
Wow. That's pretty intense and unfortunate. I mean, great for people. I mean, you got to figure though, it probably hit that point in all the regions anyhow at some point where like no collectible had any real value because most people were done with it. The demand continued to shrink over time. So you got to reckon that that's an inevitable like thing that was going to happen anyway. It just maybe it's happening faster because of the rampant bot problem that still exists.
Those journal thing collectibles are supposed to take like years, but people are doing them in like weeks because they can just buy it from the bots.
I mean, I don't even think years is like a reasonable expectation. Even months are not really that reasonable expectation. I guess it depends. Like, some of the stuff that you can only get from like the bosses, which are very heavily time gated, you can only do 1 a day. I suppose there's that stuff. But along with the Lance Master / Glavier that we got this week, we also got South Vern finally, which is a heap of T3 mats. For those who are working on tier 3 stuff, whether that's like a character like mine who's not quite 1370 yet, or you're pushing to the next milestone, which I guess is probably 1385 is the next big milestone that you get hung up on going to.
I didn't think 1385 it was that big of a deal.
1400 is
It felt like really easy after 1370, but
yeah.
I guess I'm at the point now where it's more difficult.
Rob, have you done South Vern yet? Because I know you're a big watch all the story content.
No, I haven't done it yet. I've been, especially with these queues, it's like I got to get off the game. I'm like, my goodness, I got to take my dog out and stuff, and then you come back and you got a 2-3 hour wait to get back in the game. It's like, this is not the way I want to do this game.
Yeah, I did not expect. I woke up to an 1.5-hour queue this morning. That is not what I was expecting. I was actually kind of planning to get South Vern done this morning. That didn't happen.
I played South Vern. I didn't really pay attention to the story, but they had a nice visual fight at the end.
I've heard it's about, if you're going fast, it's about a 2-hour commitment to get through South Vern.
It's super short. It's only two zones.
Yeah, I heard that it's an hour to an hour and a half if you are actually streamlining it.
Yeah, hour and a half it took me. Wasn't that slow?
That's comforting. I definitely just stories in the way. I just want the mats that are there.
And honestly, it doesn't really unlock all that much except for
just chaos line.
Because the major city becomes Vern. You go back to Vern, right? Like that becomes the major city.
Can be, yeah.
Yeah, and Vern is a terribly laid out city. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. There are definitely better laid out cities than Vern.
Yeah, they haven't put the field boss in or the chaos dungeon because the majority of players aren't 1450. Once they start reaching that, they'll put them in.
Yes, I think that the way things are going, it feels like what they're doing is they're looking at the average item level of all the players, and I'm hoping that's not the case because all those bots that aren't going up very high, so it definitely makes it harder.
Yeah, I mean, I have to assume they have some they clearly can see the numbers. I have to presume that there's a metric that they're looking for, some raw number of players be at whatever item level they've decided is the floor before they release the next chunk of content.
I mean, most people here that are in this channel are above a 1385. Most of us are hitting 400, 1400 already.
1390.
14, yeah. You're 1490?
1390.
I was like, Jesus Christ, 1490. Holy.
1390. I'm not sure I want to push up much higher right now. Rather, I'm thinking about focusing just on other tier 3 alt.
Yeah, the Express 7 is really good for that.
I didn't think the Express worked for tier 3 though. I thought it was only tier 1 and 2.
No, but I mean, if you're focusing on other characters.
Oh yeah.
I specifically said tier 3 alts, so that's why.
Oh, tier 3 alts. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna sit on mine. I might use it on the Destroyer, or I might save it until, assuming Arcanist is next, which was what the original leak was, or accidentally released roadmap said, is that Arcanist was going to follow Destroyer. And if it
just
comes
be careful out, because some of those quests for the Express require several weeks. Like some of the quests are due like Chaos Dungeons with the Resonance, and you can only do that a couple, once every day, or like the weekly. You have to do Abyssal Dungeons like twice or 3 times. So that's 3 weeks right there. So just give yourself enough time. Don't give yourself like last minute.
Yeah, well, and that's part of the reason why I'm thinking about waiting at least until Destroyer is none of the classes that are currently out are ones that I'm super, super hyped to play. Destroyer, I have a passing fancy to try out, mostly because eventually I can have a rubber ducky on a stick as a weapon. I mean, obviously, you gotta have that weapon. It's kind of important. So I'm considering doing it for that. And that also would mean I wouldn't have to play it as much, because none of the other classes that are out right now, I'm just waiting for Scouter, or whatever they're going to call it whenever it comes to the West. That's the one I'm waiting on.
I think the only class that I don't already have made that I'd be interested in playing that's already out is the Sharpshooter.
Yeah, a sharpshooter is an interesting one for sure. Like that, in and out of melee and ranged. It's one I've eyeballed and considered off and on, maybe giving a try. But destroyer, maybe. Arcanist, probably. Arcanist looks kind of interesting, just like the female.
Do we know that it's gonna be called Destroyer? Because after the Glavier, I'm kind of thinking it's gonna be some weird ass name.
No, I'm pretty sure it's
Hammer
just,
guy.
It's gonna be called Malater, obviously.
Malater. Yeah.
Malater.
Or Hammerer.
Hammerer.
Hammer.
I mean, I thought they actually called it the Destroyer in the press release. But I could be wrong.
Hey, Arcanist is gonna be the card guy, just card guy.
It'll be Gambit, but it'll be spelled like ETTE.
Gambitier.
Fix it, Felix.
Hell yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's copyrighted by something. Sure.
Yeah. By the people you definitely don't want to steal copyrighted info.
Milky Mouse? Yeah.
Actually, I think they got their hands full right now.
That's true. This is the best time.
Glavier has to be. I don't know. I feel like that's like an executive made that decision, and everybody in the room was like too afraid to correct him because they're afraid of losing their job, and that's why they couldn't. Like that has to be one person's idea that had enough power in the company to push through it. Because that sounds like a terrible name for a class.
I mean,
the problem is Lance Master is not even the official translation. That was just the English fan translation.
Well,
it's
like,
actually
they
more
don't
like
use a
what,
lance.
spear person or something.
But
Oh,
Lance Master
spear
sounds
person?
cool. Lance Master makes sense because like he has different types of like spears and stuff. Glavier,
Right,
dude,
but
most people don't even know what a Glavier is. Like a glaive is. Most people don't even know what a glaive is.
Right.
I
but
probably would have
it-
taken actual name Spear Person over Glavier.
Hell yeah.
Well, I don't like the Lance Master because I don't think of a glaive as a lance either, since I equate a lance to what you use on a knight with a horse.
For jousting.
Okay, or a pikeman or a spearman.
no, I
Just Glavier sounds like a
lance was-
pretentious word.
Like when you're like getting a lord off or something like that, you like lance it or something. Right? No.
Glavier is what I think when people say like, "Oh, I'm a motor D." It's like, no, you're a waiter. You just think you're a better waiter than everybody else.
I mean, to be fair though, with regards to like knowing what a glaive is, I think everybody who's ever played Diablo 2 knows what a glaive is, because everybody knows it's one of the best weapons for your the best little buddy that follows you around from Act 2.
Yeah.
The thief or the warrior?
No,
Warrior?
the
talking
polearm guy in Diablo 2,
talking
polearm
two, yeah.
follower buddy, who had the paladin auras.
The mercenary, baby.
Yeah, that's the word, mercenary.
Wait,
Yeah.
you had followers in Diablo 2?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mercenaries.
Yeah.
I haven't played that game in so long.
Good game. Well, yeah. We're playing a lot of Lost Ark. Once you grab the Lost Ark roll from Rules and Rolls, you can head on down. You will see the Looking for Guild channel where you can post. We are playing the NA East Guild is on Avesta. The NA West Guild is on Voltan. You can just post in there. Let us know which coast you're playing on, and if you got friends or something already playing with us in one of the assorted teams on either coast, put that in there, and yeah, we'll get you sorted. Which reminds me, gotta get the Voltan guys together. We got a new guy whose buddy is in Strats Coast. We got to get him into Strats Coast.
Token bloke.
Yeah. I think Token's alter in Strats wins. Worst case scenario, I can pick him up and put him in Strats win for the time being.
What guilds are we keeping and what guilds are going away? Like is there a place where we can keep track of like which one is the old guild, which one is the main guild, which one is the joke guild? I just feel like we still have a lot of.
All Strats Water is the OCE SEA guild that's staying for NA West. Strats Co and Strats Fire are the two guilds that are going to remain like as main focused guilds, so to speak, in NA West. Earth, Wind, and Heart are all in the process of converting over to Alt Guild. So we're keeping Strats Co and Strats Fire in the West. In the East, it's going to be Strats Co and Strats Co Shields are the two that we're keeping. Swords, Blades, Zyphos, and Lance are all going to convert into alt guilds over time. And we've been slowly merging people together in the East. They actually have a thread going right now for NA East. Where is it? Boom. Yeah, there's a thread in the East General channel if you're on NA East and you're interested in moving your main over. If your main is currently in Swords, Blades, Zyphos, or Lance. In the West, I know Strats Co Earth is basically fully converted to Alt Guild at this point. Strats Wind, there's only a handful of us still in there that are the mains are in there, and then Strats Heart, I think most people are out of Strats Heart, but not quite everybody. We still got a few in there. So if you're in Strats Co or Strats Fire or Strats Water on the West Coast, you're good to go. If you're in Strats Co or Strats Co Shields on the East Coast, you're good to go. If you're not in one of those 5 guilds I just listed, then yes, we do need to get you merged at some point. We're limited on how fast we can get additional guild spots in those guilds to bring folks over.
It's so slow to level, but
it really is a bit of a slog, but we're working on it and we're making good progress. It's going okay.
We're up to 40. We're up to like 48. So that's good.
Almost half the capacity, almost half max capacity. Oh, it's so stupid. Why?
That system is so dumb.
It's such a stupid system. Oh, and the last thing we got to talk about tonight, though, before it gets any later, Precious and Braden are both losing their minds over in the stream chat. They talk about Biggest Loser. Oh man, I don't remember. I know I put the pictures on here. I don't know if I hid the pictures or. I did.
Oh, you want to talk about another game?
No, dude, we got to talk about Biggest Loser. I don't know what other game they're talking about. I legitimately don't know. If there's a new game, nobody told me.
You gotta look in the rules.
Well, we gotta talk about Biggest Loser first. Brandon wants to talk about Biggest Loser. He's here this week to talk about
Unmuted. Hey. So, this week was an interesting week. The majority of people, in terms of like number of people, either lost some weight or held even. But some of our big swingers had some not great weeks. But there is one exception to that, and that is BON, who continues to kill it on like beyond Auth levels of success.
On Auth levels.
So he is, for the second time in 3 weeks, our loser of the week. I hope this graphic is coming up.
It's up.
Twitch is on delay with 1.66%. Oh,
yeah. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. There were 2 eyeballs very close to each other that were hidden, and I clicked the wrong one.
Yes. So 1.66%, which, based on the rest of the people in the competition, this week alone from him is almost enough to again put him in first place just this week. I think he would be third if it was just this week. So a big week from him, especially after this is his worst week. This is his worst week yet, and still a big week. We do have a couple more people joining the Sad Face Club. I also did forget to put the label on the bottle. So unfortunately, a number of people in the Balls Guarana Blue Balls Timeout Box TM this week. 5 people. But as you can see, BON up at the top with a huge 6.89% after 3 weeks, with Senish being the next closest at 1.78. While a couple more people have joined the Sad Face Club, the people that were already in the Sad Face Club are moving closer to getting out of the Sad Face Club. And overall, most people made some progress. So just due to a couple of the people who swing up and down a little bigger, Strats Co did gain 9.1 pounds this week. But we were bound after the last 2 weeks, losing 33.8 and 29.7 pounds. After a couple weeks, there was bound to be some backsides. The good news is, if you are in the Sad Face Club, or if you are in the No Bar Club, if you are maybe not too high up the list, there is lots of room to swing around below BON. You're not getting above BON.
Ooh, that
but
sounds like a challenge.
Below that, all you need is one good week. So.
Damn, biggest slide of my career.
Right?
God, do you know how good Easter candy is? Fuck, man.
Yeah, it's dangerous. It all went on sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, bro,
Taco, you tend to jump around a bit, but generally you're trending down.
Yeah.
Which is good. You're still that's the other thing to track. Taco has fallen below Auth on the year. So Auth has reclaimed his first spot on the year. It's still tight with Auth at 10.54% and 9.72%. And with all that being said, I'm going to throw out another Bradham guarantee because I seem to enjoy doing this. And I'm going to put $10 on the line for each of these things. $10 guaranteed that I will be the loser of the week next week.
Ooh.
Guarantee you will lose, though, right?
Yeah. And then number 2 is at this time next week, I will be in second place in this competition.
Ooh.
Are you having something amputated?
Are you?
He's gonna put an African worm in his belly. He already has it ordered.
Go to town, little buddy.
As of this past Thursday, it's 2 weeks until I go to Mexico, and I have begun the broccoli and chicken diet, and have been exercising every day.
He's gonna drink some Mexican water, and he's gonna get some bacteria.
I have.
So broccoli and chicken. What happened to cauliflower? Racist.
I know, right? So I'm expecting big week. Anything less than second place and loser of the week is going to be a disappointment for me.
Taco, I need you to put tears in Bradham's eyes.
All right, everyone, do chicken and broccoli to make sure Bradham doesn't win.
Right. Taco,
Actually, you know what? Scratch that. Just do broccoli.
Just broccoli, no chicken. No. Do make sure with whatever diet you've chosen, do make sure you're getting a good nutritional balance.
I'm gonna go get malaria and then win.
Oh, chicken, broccoli, and malaria.
I say broccoli and chicken diet, but literally, it's not all I'm eating is broccoli and chicken.
Sometimes you put salt on the chicken.
Yes, exactly. No, I have other things, vegetables throughout the day. I have some protein shakes. I have some like V8 vegetable cocktails. So I am getting other nutrients. It's not don't just do chicken and broccoli. Literally chicken and broccoli. That's probably not enough to keep you healthy. But I call it the chicken and broccoli diet. And it's gonna be a big week.
Hell yeah.
Taco, crush him. Yeah. Crush his soul. I want him in third. I need him in third. And if somebody wants to push him down to fourth, I'll have my thanks.
He needs to post the quarter and yearly stats somewhere live right now.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Well, you should at least put it in.
I think Taco has a chance to ruin my dreams of second place here, but I don't think he can. He would have to lose a lot to beat me at.
Yeah,
loser of the week. I'm just saying.
Since we're talking about losers of the week, let me tell you guys something. WoW is bad, baby.
Oh Lord.
So, Taco, Engineer, B, Vicino, and a couple others, I think, are back in the Strats Co. WoW Guild on Area 52.
Ooh.
Bored, yeah.
We are, we're doing things like leveling, alts. But yeah, the Dragonflight announcement was just a couple days ago. That's the new expansion. That'll be expansion 10. Yeah, 10.0, patch 10.0.
Yeah.
New race, new class that is tied to said race. Going back to dragons, going back to the Dragon Isles. Get to learn more about that. No big baddie right this second. The personally, I think the animation was really nice.
Yeah,
It was
The big baddies, all the friends we made along the way.
What's the new
Yeah.
What's the new class in?
so the new class is Evoker.
Arson.
It's if any of you are like lore nuts, Evoker was a kind of a niche thing for the dragons, mostly like I believe the blue aspect. But basically, it's a healer and a caster DPS. And now it is that race can only be Evoker.
Hmm.
And
What is the
no other
race?
races could be Evoker.
The rank is Jakar or Dragthyr.
Yeah,
The race is Dragthyr,
Yeah,
which is
so
like
you do play a dragon, and you have a humanoid appearance, and I mean, personally, I think they look horrible.
It's gonna get updated. There's like
There has to be.
we're gonna get a Sonic transformation. Right?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I think they're pulling a Sonic where they're getting a bunch of memes and feedback on these, like how bad the Dracthyr looks, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, we've been listening to feedback. We really like this one version.
Well,
How do you
it's
guys
like
think it?"
it's
some
the
guy
Oregon
on their
thing all
internet
over
on
again.
Reddit posted a new Dragthyr design. Like he literally redrew the Dragthyr how they should be, and it is 120% better. And everyone's like, "Yes, do this." Like he drew it for them, told them exactly how to design it, and then he's like, everybody's like upvoting and posted it everywhere in Blizzard's websites so they can get the idea.
Yeah. So so we're back. We're just basically, getting alts back together, doing some random crap. I mean, obviously this isn't going to be coming out for a long time. They actually did not give a date for it specifically. But they are saying that and then also they announced Wrath of the Lich King Classic, which is my favorite expansion ever.
I am going to be playing it. Plus, it's this year.
Exactly, and it's this year, so it's gonna really get tight over until Dragonflight comes out. But yeah, so I'll be playing that, going back to the Shaman so I can get Lava Burst. Yeah, so if you guys want to come and join us over on Area 52, hit me up or hit Taco or whoever else is on.
Oh, Area 52.
So it's a super populated server. It's really nice.
It's one of the three. It's like Area 52, Killjoy, and Illidan are like the most popular servers in WoW.
Yeah, and if you are just coming back, like I started a brand new account, and the WoW token is at 175,000 gold. So that's a lot. That's really nice just to have. So you pay $20 and you're pretty much set for the time being. But overall, it's been fun. Like I've actually been having a really good blast. I just hit level 50 on my druid today, or last night. And it only took me like 10 hours.
So you're going elemental, Shaman?
Oh yeah, always elemental. Yeah. But I have a druid just for the the four specs, and then I have a shaman, and then I'm gonna be running the Dracthyr whenever it comes out because I love new stuff.
There's gonna be so many. It's gonna be just like when Mists of Pandaria came out. There's gonna be so many. Like much like there were a bunch of panda monks, there's gonna be a whole bunch of.
Well, it's a hero class that happened for DKs.
Absolutely, yeah. It's gonna be totally flooded, and that's one of the reasons why I'm putting my hat in so early, because there's only gonna be so many slots. But basically, what I would like to do, right now I am running the guild since I'm on most of the time. But what I would like to do is actually get people together to push Mythic Plus, or even try to get into Heroic, finish Heroic rating. I'm not trying to go Mythic rating or anything like that, because that just breaks coordination.
I would like to raid. It would be fun.
Yeah.
Every time I do M+, I do it casually. So maybe this time I'll try to push.
Yeah, I would really like to push, like almost like plus 20 keys and stuff like that, just to get a lot higher than what I used to do, which is I literally just cap out at 15 and leave it at that.
Dude, I capped out at like 6, 7. So like it'll be a big
But yeah, Auth, we're waiting for you to log in again.
Nope.
Got your character all tidy and pretty right there.
Nope.
I personally have learned my lesson
Yes.
like 5 times now with WoW. Coming back just to quit a month later.
Oh, I will not.
I mean,
I will
don't
not
get
be
me wrong,
back for a while.
I think it's one of those things that like I love playing the beginning of an expansion, and I like coming back so it's comfortable, but I don't think I'll be playing it hardcore or anything like that.
Yeah, it's called being a WoW tourist. A lot of people have become that, where like they come back for the beginning of the expansion, they try out the new systems, they see what's up, what's going on, catch up on the lore, and then everybody usually leaves before the first patch goes out.
You buy the expansion, you get that 1 month of playtime, and then like that's that. You, like enjoy it for 30 days and you move on.
Yeah. So that's the new game. It is also on the Rules and Rolls channel. So make sure to click the button.
I looked in Rules and Rolls, and I'm just so desensitized to World of Warcraft, like just existing. I didn't even notice that it was a new role. I was like, I don't see anything new in here. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be seeing.
When are we gonna
Get a channel?
legit question?
Get a channel. Oh,
When do we?
Blizzard's channel
When
still
does
exists.
New World go away?
Never. There's no reason
When-
to. There's
Dude,
no
we
reason
have-
to kill it.
Nobody's playing that game.
Yeah, but there's.
Everybody shits on it all the time.
Yeah,
But we still keep it around.
I mean,
It's there for meme status.
Is it? Yeah. Is it a
You can-
monument to?
you can't see it because the way the view is set up. But down here, like down deep in the server, in the deep archived bowels of the
Bawls,
server,
man.
we have the Blizzard's channel still down here. The old Final
Wait, what?
Fantasy, the old PoE, the old
Oh.
Warframe, the old Warhammer, the old Valheim. Like we have a bunch of the old channels still, like hanging
They're
out
just
down
not
there.
showing.
No, because, and the thing is, prior to us having the Rules and Rolls system, it made sense to remove channels to decrease the verticality in the server. But because at this point, all of those roles are opt-in, you know, if people aren't playing it, all they have to do is, you know, click the roll again to get rid of it, remove their emoji from the Rules and Roll channel, and then like it's gone, and they don't have to look at it anymore. It doesn't hurt for it to be there. Like, if a whole bunch of people suddenly decided they wanted to play New World, they would just have to click the New World role. They could go play New World, easy peasy. There's no, because the individual users on the Discord server have the option to opt out of those channels and categories and such. Like we've stopped deleting things. It's not necessary. Not a lot of people are down there doing anything, and that's fine. But for those, if at some point, you know, things were to spin back up for whatever reason, I think it's very unlikely with New World. But were it to happen, we don't have to go through all the rigmarole of setting it all back up. It already still exists. People can just go and look. So, and it's nice to like still have that record of the time when we did play. You know, like when everybody was going super hard on New World.
Well, get ready because you're gonna have to bring that WoW channel back up.
Well, we might have to restructure like that old WoW channel, the old Blizzard's channel that, you know, predates the new like category role system and everything. What may end up happening is we may spin up a fresh category for World of Warcraft.
Well, I think Blizzard's it'll be because we do have the Overwatch 2 beta coming this week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The
So
Overwatch PvP beta.
yeah, like as Overwatch 2 starts to do more tests, there'll be a lot more talk about it in gaming.
I mean,
I don't know,
and
maybe
it's a
figure something
I mean,
out.
it's a possibility.
Yeah.
I think though the thing with the category system is we're pretty much keeping the categories down to like the big games that a bunch of people are playing, like the big MMOs basically. Those are the ones we're really
Right,
trying to support
right.
with the category setup. So like for World of Warcraft, especially even with just like WoW tourism, it would make sense to have a proper category spun up for it. For something like Overwatch, you know, is there a need for a whole channel to exist specifically for Overwatch? Probably not, because we have, you know, plenty of temporary voice channel options available, even just off the tavern, you know, to make a fresh channel.
Should
and,
we do well?
and for a
I
beta,
would
especially
definitely-
just for the
We got-
beta, like
We got
No.
the league coming back too.
Why is there a
Should we
beta
do like
for
a-
Overwatch? Isn't it just the same game?
That's
It's just
Overwatch
the new
2.
class and the PvP stuff. It's
there's
strictly
quite a
PvP.
bit of changes been made.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 5v5. Shit.
There's a new
Are we
there's a bunch of
sticking
new
with the
balance.
shield meta or Doomfist is a tank now? What's good?
And there's only one tank in the roster now, so
Yeah.
Oh, that's a whole to
Yeah.
do.
A lot of off tanks in the league got put out, baby.
I mean,
they,
some main tanks left also of their own volition. Like the
Super
thing
RP.
about because the thing about off tanks, like off tanks have traditionally better aim than main tanks because the off tanks
Yeah.
play the aim sensitive characters. So an off tank can probably more easily pivot to the main tank role as needed than the other way around. Like, think about somebody who predominantly played a Reinhardt trying to pivot and effectively play a D.Va and a Zarya now, where you actually have to be able to aim. Well, maybe not so much with D.Va, but with Zarya, for example, actually have to
I
be
was
able
going
to
to
aim.
say, what aiming with D.Va?
Yeah, there's a little bit of
D.Va
aim.
doesn't aim. You just pray.
Facing. It's just facing.
Just face that direction.
But yeah, I mean, like,
Fly.
I think the Overwatch League players that did a lot of tank stuff, the off tanks players will have a lot easier time learning the main tank heroes than vice versa. That's just my suspicion.
Yeah, it'll
D.Va's
be
getting a
nice to
rework,
get
too.
everybody
Shit.
into some matches.
All right,
Yeah,
Braden's got to
I
head
got
out,
into it. I would play. All
and
right.
he's not the only one. We're like well past time. We got to pack this in. We ran long
Holy
tonight,
shit.
but we had a new game to talk about. Apparently, didn't even realize. Shout out to everybody who came out, or if you watch this or listen to it after the fact, we appreciate y'all. And we'll see everybody next week. Take it easy, y'all.